Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you all an update to my Advanced Crystal Beasts Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Wanted to update the Advanced Crystal Beasts. I updated the normal Crystal Beasts a little while ago, so I figured I would update the, Jesse Anderson evil counterpart to the Advanced Crystal Beasts when he was possessed by Yubel. It's a really awesome deck that focuses on the Advanced Dark playstyle, even utilizing some of the older Crystal Beast cards to help with the many different numbers of Crystal Beasts that we can now run in the deck. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So we'll go ahead and start off with the Advanced Crystal Beast monsters. We are running 3 copies of Advanced Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. If Advanced Dark is not in the field spell, you can send this monster. You send this monster to the graveyard. So having your field spell, which is Advanced Dark, be on the field is very, very important for the Advanced Crystal Beast monsters. If this card's summoned, you can place one of your Advanced Crystal Beast monsters that is banished or in your hand or graveyard face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. If this face-up card is destroyed in the monster zone, you can place it face up in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to the graveyard. So you have your normal Crystal Beast card effect, but more set up with some of the Crystal Beasts that may already be out onto the field altogether. With our other 3 of for the Advanced Crystal Beast being 3 copies of Cobalt Eagle. This is because this card can search out Advanced Dark. If Advanced Dark is not in the field zone, send this monster to the graveyard. If sent from hand or field to the graveyard, add 1. Basically having the same restrictions as, not having Advanced Dark, sending it. But you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard to add 1 Advanced Dark from your deck to your hand. And once per turn, you can target 1 Advanced Crystal Beast card you control, return it to the hand, or place it on the top of the deck. If this face-up card is destroyed, being able to place it as well like the other Crystal Beast card effects. Search power for your field spell is very, very important since it's a very, needed card in the deck as well. So having a monster that can search it out definitely makes it another 3 of to run. With our lower numbers for our other Advanced Crystal Beasts being 2 copies of Advanced Crystal Beast, Ruby Carbuncle, same restriction with Advanced Dark in the field zone. And then also with this card, while it's treated as a continuous spell, you can special summon this card. Then you can special summon as many Advanced Crystal Beast monsters as possible from your spell and trap card zone. You can use this effect of Ruby Carbuncle once per turn, but you don't even need a catalyst almost to summon this card out onto the field. You just have to have it in your spell and trap card zone. Then you can summon out your Advanced Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle and then summon any of the other Crystal Beasts that may be in your spell and trap card zone as well, just giving you more and more resources with each one. And then for the one-ofs for the Crystal Beast or the Advanced Crystal Beast monsters, we run the initial copies for some of the other monsters as well. But for one other additional 2 of, this is just a tech of mine if you want to give it a try. If not, you could take out 1 copy of the Amber Mammoth and then put in a copy of Foolish Burial Goods as another spot for this card to use. So then you have a card to search and send for the Rainbow Bridge of Salvation. So you can drop down the 1 Amber Mammoth for this card as well for this card. And then with this card, once per turn, when your opponent activates a card effect that targets your Advanced Crystal Beast cards or Advanced Dark, you can negate the activation. So that's why I like Amber Mammoth in the deck, just as an added protection for our field spell on the field, with our one-ofs being the 1 copy of Topaz Tiger, the 1 Amethyst Cat, and the 1 Emerald Tortoise. All just one-ofs for the remainder of them, having more attack and, effects based on their original Crystal Beast effects for these ones, but just one-ofs for the setup because we can set them up in the spell and trap card zone to summon out as well with some of our other non-advanced Crystal Beast cards like our Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, having the setup with this card when it's summoned for other Crystal Beast cards, so we can grab our Advanced Crystal Beast and set them up in the spell and trap card zone with Sapphire Pegasus as well. Now, being an Advanced Crystal Beast deck, for our Rainbow Dragon in the deck, we're running 2 copies of Rainbow Dark Dragons, always treated as an ultimate crystal monster, which is good because we can also then use it as a resource for summoning out our bigger fusion monster, Rainbow Dragon cards. It cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summon from your hand by banishing 7 dark monsters with different names from your graveyard. You can banish all other dark monsters from the field and graveyard, and this card gains 500 attack for each of the banished card this way. So more of an attack boost with this card, also needing the 7 dark monsters with different names in your graveyard to be able to do so. But the other big play as well is that Advanced Dark makes all Crystal Beast monsters on the field and graveyard become dark while this card's on the field spell zone. So then you have more of that setup for your cards to be able to use also. and also the 2 copies of Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, just another Crystal Beast monster to run in the lineup. So with the 7 advanced Crystal Beasts, the Sapphire Pegasus, and our next Crystal Beast, we have 10 different ones in total to run, with the last being Ruby Carbuncle as just another additional special summon resource to be able to make use of when it's summoned back from the Spell and Trap card zone. And then for the spells, since it's so important to keep our Advanced Crystal Beast cards on the field, 3 copies of Advanced Dark. All Crystal Beast monsters on the field and graveyard become dark. If an ultimate crystal monster attacks, negates the effects of the attack target during that battle phase. And during damage calc, if a Crystal Beast monster you control battles and you would take damage, you can send 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard and you take no battle damage from that. So another way to set up the Crystal Beast monsters in our graveyard for us to be able to then use for the setup of our Rainbow Dark Dragon. And also 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge for more search by adding 1 Crystal Spell or Trap from our deck to our hand. So we can add cards like our other 3 of that we run, being the Crystal Bond off of our Rainbow Bridge. You add 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck to your hand and place 1 Crystal Beast monster with a different name from your deck face up in your Spell and Trap card zone as a continuous spell. So not only can you set up one of those Crystal Beasts, but you can grab some of the other cards we run, like our Crystal Beast Cobalt Angle or Advanced Crystal Beast, sending it to the graveyard, and then we have our field spell Search as well. And then 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge of the Heart with this continuous spell. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Crystal Beast monster in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn, and you can only use each of the following effects of Rainbow Bridge of Heart once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 Crystal Beast card you control in your hand to add 1 Crystal Beast spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So adding that search power off of this card while also destroying the Crystal Beast to then be able to set them up as well. And also with this card, if a Crystal Beast card is placed in your Spell and Trap card zone, even during the damage step, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, return both that target and this card to the hand for more bounce power and also to clear out your Spell and Trap card zone for other Crystal Beast cards for you to place. I also run 3 copies of Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates, revealing an ultimate crystal monster in your hand, which, if you remember with the text change, Rainbow Dark Dragon does count as an ultimate crystal card. Also, taking 1 Rainbow Bridge card or 1 Rainbow Refraction from your deck and you add to your hand, or sending it to the graveyard, special summon 1 Crystal Beast monster card from your hand or graveyard or Spell and Trap card zone. So this is also one of the answers to summing out Ruby Carbuncle in terms of getting out more Crystal Beast monsters onto the field with it, with the last of the spells being 2 copies of Golden Rule. Always treat it as a crystal card. You place 2 Crystal Beast monsters from your deck face up in your Spell and Trap card zone as continuous spells, then special summon 1 Crystal Beast monster from your hand or graveyard with a different name than those cards. So just more resource grab with cards like Advanced Crystal Beast, Sapphire Pegasus, or the original Sapphire Pegasus using our Golden Rule, with the rest of the main deck being our trap lineup, so the 1 Rainbow Bridge of Salvation and the 1 Crystal Mirage. Once again, if you wanted to drop down the Amber Mammoths to 1, you could put in a copy of Foolish Barrel Goods to send off of the Rainbow Bridge of Salvation, which when sent can grab you a field spell and a Crystal Beast, which the field spell being pretty important in the deck is a great help there. But once again, we do have plenty of search as well to grab Advanced Dark from our deck to our hand also. And then for the extra deck, 1 copy of the Rainbow Dragon Overdrive and the 1 Rainbow Overdragon. We get these cards out with the big play of tributing out our Rainbow Dark Dragon to then get out the bigger fusion monsters. All we have to do with the Rainbow Dark Dragon is tribute out this card, and then we have these 2 bigger fusions to rely on also for their power up and shuffle back effects. The 1 copy of Almirage along with the 1 Cross Sheep, the 1 Underclock Taker, the 1 Barricade Board Blocker, and the 1 Nightmare Cerberus for some of the Link monsters we run, along with 1 Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, and the 1 Underworld Goddess, with our Xyz monsters being the 1 copy of Lightning Chidori. Now remember, Advanced Dark makes all of your monsters dark attributes, so you won't be able to make this card unless you have just your 2, Sapphire Pegasus, but still, it's a really good rank 4 that I like to run in the deck regardless. Also, the 1 copy of Tornado Dragon, the 1 Abyss Dweller, the 1 Baguska, and the 1 Typhoon Sky Crisis to finish off the extra deck. And as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, the search and setup for your Advanced Dark is a big part of the deck. So if you use your search for the Rainbow Bridge to then add from your deck to your hand your Crystal Bond, you can activate your Crystal Bond, and then from that you can add a Crystal Beast monster from your deck to your hand. So with this card you can then add your Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle or Advanced Crystal Beast, sending this card, and not only that, you'll set up 1 of the Crystal Beasts, so you can set up your Advanced Ruby Carbuncle in the Spell and Trap card zone. Then the the Cobalt Eagle, we'll be able to search out your Advanced Dark, which you'll activate this. And then with the setup from that one card there, if you have one of your Crystal Beast cards, you can use your Sapphire Pegasus to then summon back to the Spell Trap Card Zone the Cobalt Eagle. Then you can summon Ruby Carbuncle and then grab those resources and from there using those monsters on the field. And that's just from 2 cards that you used for that place, letting you set up the 3 Crystal Beast advanced monsters on the field for you to use. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, wanted to update the Advanced Crystal Beasts since we had updated the normal Crystal Beasts a little while back with their different counterpart, just, depending on your preference for Crystal Beast monsters that you may want to run. But as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.